Hello, my name is Noah. What's your name?
Hi Noah, my name is Ellen, and a little bit about me is that I am a student studying at Glasgow Uni, and I'm going into my final year this year. I'm studying German.
How long have you been at Adelaide Place?
So I'd say I've been around Adelaide for around a year and a half. The first time I came to Adelaide was in February 2018, so that was during my second year of university. So unfortunately towards the end of that year, I did have to go away on my year abroad, so that meant I was away from church for a year. So I was so excited to come back this past year and just know that I was going to be in Glasgow and be able to be involved and be a part of Adelaide.
My favourite ice cream is chocolate ice cream. What's your favourite ice cream?
Oh, I love that question, Noah. I've got such a sweet tooth and I love ice cream. Like you, I do also love chocolate. I recently discovered Belgian chocolate by Häagen-Dazs, which is so good. I can only recommend it. And a few other flavours. I know you only asked me for one, but I do also love salted caramel ice cream and also honeycomb ice cream.
My favourite Bible story is David and Goliath. What's yours?
Oh, I also really like the story of David and Goliath as well. One of my favourite stories from the Bible is also from the Old Testament in Exodus, and it's about a battle between the Amalekites and the Israelites. And Moses plays a really important role in this battle where he is on a hilltop and basically he has to hold up his arms, and if he holds up his arms then the Israelites will win the battle. But if he doesn't hold up his arms and they get too tired, then the Amalekites will win the battle. So I just wanted to read out a couple of verses. It's in chapter 17 and I'm just going to read from verse 10. So Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered, and Moses, Aaron and Hur went to the top of the hill. As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side, one on the other, so that his hands remained steady till sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekite army with the sword. So my favourite part of this story, and it's amazing that the Israelites won the battle, but what I really love is the friendship shown between Aaron and Hur and Moses. That they see that their friend Moses is tired from holding his hands up all the time, so that they do something about that. And they get him a stone to sit on, and each one of them goes to either side and holds up an arm each. And that little story and that little moment really reminds me of the verses in Galatians 6 talking about carrying each other's burdens. And something I've really learned over the past few years is the importance of that, and in friendships as well, and that it's important to look out for your friends, offer them a helping hand, or whether that's listening, anything like that, that is so important to do that with your friends. So that's one of my favourite stories from the Bible.
What's the best thing about Jesus?
Oh, that's such a good question. There's so many amazing things about Jesus. And to name the best one is quite a challenge, but recently I have read through John again, and something that really stood out to me when reading through it was just the different types of people that Jesus interacts with and loves. He goes from healing and looking after the sick and the poor, and so those would be people who would have been outcasts of that society. And then he goes to engaging with the officials in terms of politics, or also the religious leaders at the time, the Pharisees, who weren't very keen on him. And also he's got his disciples, who are young, curious students with lots of questions and mess up a lot. And he speaks so fondly of children and also women too. So I just think one of the best things about Jesus is that he is for everyone, regardless of who you are, what you believe, what you do, where you come from. And it's really shown that in the gospel. in terms of who Jesus engages with. So I think that's definitely one of the best things about Jesus.